Good morning. Great morning. Welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time joining us, it's always my pleasure to be here. It's yet another morning's devotion and affirmation. And we give God thanks for his manifold blessings. We give him thanks for all that he has done and what he's about to do for us. God is indeed good. Great morning to you, Isaac's family. Always good to have you on board. I'm super late this morning. Actually, I just got up, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So this morning, the song that says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Teach me, Lord. Teach me, Lord, how to wait." Many a times we don't even know how to wait upon the Lord. Sometimes we don't want to wait on anything. We don't want to wait any at all. But this morning we are reminded to wait. And so I'm grateful to God for his blessings on us. We got to go about 20 minutes this morning, or where the Lord leads us, but not very long. The song says, teach me, Lord, how to wait. And this morning, I'm grateful. I am blessed. I am alive this morning, and for that, I am grateful. Indeed. Great morning to you, Mark. Great morning. I am special this morning. I am royalty. You know, I'm royalty. I represent heaven. I'm an ambassador. I am gracious. I am calm. I am peace. I am strong. I'm beautiful this morning. I'm healthy. And I want to live my best life right this moment. It is always my pleasure coming on to talk with you, just to have a little chat, because when I talk with you, I'm also talking to myself. It's not always about just you, but I take the word for myself as well. Because when the Lord speaks, he speaks to all of us. And this morning, the word is saying to us that we should don't get ahead of God, but we should wait. Sometimes we are so impatient. Sometimes I get impatient. And I think as I am waiting on the Lord for a special word on something that I've been praying for, I believe he's speaking to me as well. But me have to share it with you know. Marlon, it's always a delight to see you in the building. You are such a great sport. And I'm really happy to have you. Natasha, great to have you this morning as well. Always beautiful to have you people here. This morning, when the God gives a promise or a vision for your life, it's like a seed. It needs time to take root before it can bear fruit. It's like the birth of a baby. The first seed. So before a child is born, what happens first? A seed is planted. Yes, a seed is planted. Bless you, Sister Ilda. Go right ahead and get your rest. That's what it's all about. The seed has to be planted first for the lady to get pregnant. And that is why the Lord made a man and a woman, because that's the only way a seed can be planted. Once that seed is planted, I will know the combination, what's supposed to happen and all of that. Then the development begins within the womb. So remember, we're talking about not getting ahead of ourselves. And finally, the day of delivery. And what do the parents do during this time? What do they do? All of this time when the seed is planted, right? We become anxious as a parent, and especially the lady becomes very anxious when you feel that movement within your belly. It for me, it has been an exciting time. I don't know, Isaac's family, Sister Natasha, what is that feeling? What was that feeling like for you when you first, or Sister Ilda, when you first feel that movement within your belly, within your body, and you recognize that, listen, I'm carrying somebody inside of me. It's like there's this anxiety when you feel that movement. I remember with my first child, he was not very active. He wasn't very active at all. And you know what? He didn't make it. After 8 months, he didn't make it. And I was very sad. But my second child, when I felt that movement, I was anxious. I want to see this get ahead. I wanted to see what was coming. I was anxious. This child was moving, moving, moving. But during the period of the anxiety, I had to prepare. I had to prepare for when this child comes. I can't wait until 9 months to prepare. Why I can't wait until 9 months? Because you have some child that's born at 7 months. And I think there are a few that born at 6. And 1 and 2 born at 8. Most born at 9. But so during the process, we have to be prepared. And when we're going through, there are several things that we have to do. We have to go to the doctor on a monthly basis. We have to check our vitals. We have to take our vitamins. We have to make sure we check that the baby heartbeat was going well and everything was in tune. We have to do ultrasound, make sure the baby is being formed. Lots of preparation. Have you been there? Do you remember going through that process and that excitement that you have? But you had to have some amount of patience. You could not run ahead of time and say, well, I want the baby to born this time. It was not your choice when the baby is born. Well, unless you're going to decide before the seed is planted to say, okay, I want my baby to born maybe November. So you're going to get pregnant in February and you work towards getting pregnant in February. But you cannot get pregnant today and say, I want the baby to be born 6 months later. That's not how it works. We don't have that sort of choice or that option in which we choose. But listen, we have the privilege, and so is it with God. There are many things that in our lives that sometimes we become so anxious, but God is saying to us this morning, wait, wait, wait. Don't get ahead of God. Slow down, my sister. Sister Iris, slow down. Brother Winston, slow down. Yard food, me know you're always on the move in our yard food, but this morning we're saying to ourselves, slow down. God is saying to us, we must be prepared and they get ready for the challenges and the responsibilities of parenthood. So we get ready for it because parenting is not something that anybody can teach you. It is something that you learn it over. Once you become a parent, there's no book that can tell you, so this is going to happen and that is going to happen. You learn it. It's an on the job training. And I think it's the best on the job training. Don't you all think so? Best on the job training. And that training, I believe it comes from God. It has to come from Him, because your instinct, certain things as a parent that you know how to do, you want to, oh, you know, that this needs to be done. You know, it is something, but it didn't come overnight. It is gradually learned. And you may think you're ready, but God knows when you are ready. So you may think you're ready for this car. You may think you're ready to step out on your own. You may think you're ready to do something in your life. But God, amen. Sister Ari said it is a skill, but it's taught by God. God gives that to us as parents. And over time, and every child that you have, for those who have more than one, you know that the bringing up of that child is, every one of them is different. You have some who you don't have to do much to. You just say, do this, do that, and they do it. And they're gonna have some that, oh Lord, you tell them, say, don't leave the yard, stay in the yard. And as your back is turned, they are gone. They are gone. You have some, they will come and say, Mommy, Daddy, what can I help to do? And you have some that is very lazy. Every one of them is different. But we, over time, we understand how they are. And so, even within our own situations and our own circumstances, God knows when we are ready for certain things in our life. Though he had already been anointed as king, David had was to wait 7 years until God removed Saul from the throne. So sometimes you will not be able to get that position until God moved the person out of the way that you wanted that position. But somebody has to be removed for you to be anointed, for you to be placed in that role that you want, wherever it is. So don't be upset. Don't get annoyed and say, why this don't happen, and I'm more experienced, and I know how to do it. Just apply some patience. God, David didn't get ahead of himself. During that 7 years, David learned a whole lot. He was being prepared to be a king, because the role is not easy. So if you're getting ahead of yourself, I want to say to you this morning, just be calm and try to learn additional skills that can help you for that job that you're so longing to get. So when you go into the job, you are well prepared for it. Don't try to get. You want to have a car, but you can't drive. You must be prepared. Go learn to drive. So when I get the car, I drive. No, go and learn to prepare to drive. Go get the driving. First of all, get the learner's license. Then you go learn to drive. Then you can get the vehicle after that, and let the license get some age on it, because I think the younger your license is, the more you pay for insurance. I remember when I just got my vehicle, my license was less than 1 year old, and I had to pay a lot for insurance. So ahead of it, we must prepare ourselves for what is ahead of us. If you say, for example, you are a YouTuber and you are seeking to go to 5 million, 5,000, or even 5 million, ooh, you never know. But can you handle the pressure of having 5,000 subscribers or 5 million subscribers? I hear that people get vicious when things like this happen to you. They seek to make you look bad. Can you handle that pressure? So you want to make sure you are applying yourself at this time, and you're understanding what is expected. You're learning the craft. You're learning what to do, and you understand there are going to be people who will come in and people who will not conform to what is happening within your space. And you're going to have to learn how to deal with it. You're going to understand that there may be stalkers that may come at you. So you want to know, how do I deal with it? How do I get ahead of this? You don't want to be so, you want to know how to deal with it. So when you're smaller, learn the art, learn the craft, learn how to handle it. So you're on the job now, learn the job that you're doing and the next level that you want to go to, that you recognize that, yes, I can do it. David was anointed, and it was after 7 years before he was given the job of being a king. He learned valuable lessons during those times. So learn the lesson. There's a lesson in everything that we go through. If you don't understand, when I always say, if you go through a situation, there is a lesson to be learned. Everything I go through in my life, I know there's a lesson to be learned. But not all the time I learn the lesson. Not all the time I learn the lesson. Sometimes I said, Lord, what are you trying to teach me here? Sometimes I don't learn the lesson, but let us try to learn it. Here's one of them. Don't be impatient for the Lord to act. Keep traveling steadily along the path, and in due season, He will honor you with His blessings. So don't try to get ahead. You must learn the difference between what you can do and what God can do. Because He will give us the skills to do certain things, but there are going to be other things that we cannot do on our own. You know those? There are some things you cannot do that God will have to. So you don't need to know what is it that you are able to do, you are already equipped to do, and those things that only God can control. Only God can make those things happen. You need to know. I need to know as well. Fools run in. If you don't want, you must learn the difference between the two, what you can do and what God can do. Fools rush in. You don't want to risk delaying your fulfillment for God's plan for your life. Don't get ahead of God. I think we might have to use this as a hashtag, slow down and let God lead the way. You remember that we spoke that several days ago? Slow down and let God lead the way. So we also remember, do you remember the prodigal son? He was anxious. He wanted certain things. He wanted to get ahead of himself, but it was wrong what he did, but he went on nonetheless. And we know the story of what happened to him. So don't get ahead of God. The vision, you must know the vision. The Bible said we must write the vision and make it plain. So know what the vision is and write it. And then you work toward it. The vision for an appointed time, though it tarry, wait for it. Because it surely come. That's Habakkuk 2, verse 3. Everything God does in His appointed time, everything that God does in an appointed time, everything that God does as an appointed time. Just give me one minute. Thank you. Sorry about that. So it is saying everything in our lives as an appointed time. An appointment is simply an event that has already been set. And we know what an appointment is. I don't even need to tell you. We all know. But sometimes we need the reminder. God scheduled a time for bringing to pass two things in our life: His promise and your vision. So his promise, he will bring it to pass, and what your vision is. Do you know what your vision is? What is the vision that you have? I've also have on my channel. You can check it out. The vision. I spoke about how to know the vision and what should you do to get ahead, and to ensure that the vision comes to fruition. You can check out that video after we are finished here, but you must know what your vision is. Know the vision in your life. Know what you want to achieve. We are at what, the 8th month. And is there anything in which you wrote down since the start of the year that you said, this is what I wanted to achieve this year? What have you done apart from writing it down or thinking about it? What else have you done towards it? Several of my visions are coming forward that I wrote down that I wanted to achieve. Well, one of them is that I wanted to get at least 1,000 subscribers, but I don't reach there yet. But I'm certainly not at 10 that I was at before. I continue to grow. And with your help, I know that I will continue growing. I said I wanted to read 3 books. I've already gone one, and I'm on my 2nd book. So I write down the vision. I don't just sit down there and allow it, want it to drop in my lap. I am working towards getting that vision come to fruition. So you want to know what your vision is. Remember, go and check out that video. One of the things that I said to you, write the vision, put it somewhere where you will see it every day. It will inspire you, it will motivate you, it will push you to go to that level, to ensure that it is materialized. You must have a vision. If you want if you want to become a nurse, you have to go get certain training to become a nurse. You can't just get up and say, all right, me just want to be a nurse and just apply and be a nurse. You must go through the training of being a nurse. So you have to know the vision. You have to know your vision. I cannot know your vision for you. I can actually help you towards it. If I know what your vision is, I can help you. I can push you. There are some people that say, I want to go back to school. My vision this year is to ensure that I start school. So you know what I will do now? I will now push you and say, where are you? Have you applied for the school? First of all, you want to go back to school. What is it that you want to go back to school to do? You have to know, understand why you're going back to school. And you're not just going to do some things randomly, right? If you're going to go into being a chef, you're going to have to do foods. You're going to have to get the necessary skills towards that. If you want, whatever you want to be, you have to get the necessary skills that will take you into that avenue. So you must know what is it that you want to achieve. If you want to be an entrepreneur, what you want to be an entrepreneur in. If you want to, or a business owner, let me say a business owner, what you want to be a business owner in. You must know, and then you're going to know, put the plans in place for that. But you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You want to wait on God. So this morning, we're saying 2 things God will bring to pass in our life. Just 2. His promise, and he has made a lot of promise to us. And how do we know that? Well, let's get into the word of God, and we'll see and we understand the promises that God has for us. So what are the 2 things? Remind me, what are the 2 things? If you remember what those 2 things are, what are the 2 things? His promise and what? What is the second one? I wait for you to type. What are the 2 things that God will bring to pass in our life? Number 1, somebody write it. His promise, that's number 1. And number 2, our vision. And there is a great peace in knowing that nothing that the enemy does can preempt these 2 things. So when you grow impatient, remind yourself My life can't end without this happening. God said it, and He will do it this morning. What we're saying, if we jump over to Habakkuk 2, verse 2, let us see what that says. And that's our closing scripture this morning. Okay, you know we're not in the long Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2. Let me find that. Verse 2. And the Lord said unto me, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. So we must write the vision and make it plain. For the vision, verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So if it tarries, wait. Just wait. Just wait this morning. So I leave with you this morning two things that God will make come into our lives: His promise and your vision. So don't get impatient. Don't get weary. I know sometimes we get weary. I know sometimes we get anxious because we're not seeing what we really wanted to come to life. We're not seeing it come into fruition, and we get so impatient about it. But I'm reminding myself this morning, and maybe one or two persons who is in this chat this morning. As a matter of fact, I might just be reminding every one of us, just be patient and wait for it. Wait. Don't get ahead of God. If it tarries, if the vision tarries, wait for it. While you are waiting, prepare yourself so when it comes, you are ready to receive it. God bless you so much this morning. May His face shine upon you, and may He just be gracious to you. I always feel very good. It's always my absolute pleasure coming to you each morning to just remind you of what God is saying to all of us. I take the word for myself. And if you know somebody who is very anxious this morning, getting impatient, share this video with them, and make sure you have given this stream a thumbs up as well. Share it with a family, share it with a friend, share it with somebody who you have never shared it with before. Just pick somebody around, or pick two person randomly and share it with them and say, you know what, listen this. And don't forget, if that button is still red, it means you have not yet subscribed. I need to go up to 400. We're on our way to 400. So of course I cannot do it. I can't subscribe to my own self. I need you to help me get there to that 400 mark, and then we're on our way to 500 so that my community tab can come up. So I need you to help me get there, and you know how to do it. God bless you. Thank you, Fun Vlog, for coming, Randy. It's long time in a see you. Long time in a see you, Randy. But God bless you. God bless you, Arlene. It's always a delight to have you in the building. I really appreciate you, Natasha. God bless you. Have a super day, Cheyenne. I hope you will have an exciting day, a fun-filled day. Sister Ilda, please do get some rest. Do get some rest. And I appreciate you, Sister Ilda, for stopping by. Sister Harris, continue being who you are. Continue to shine for God. And just may His peace be upon you and your family, you and your husband. You know, God just continue to open doors for both of you. Sister Isaac's family, the Lord bless you. My sister Andrea, Sister Andrea, many, many blessings upon you, and His favor be upon you. Sister Yard Food, God bless you. I know she's always, and I know it's her work time now, and she just pop in and say, listen, good morning, thumbs up. And she said, listen, she supported me before she go. I know she's all, this is her work time, and I really appreciate. But Brother Winston Murray, God bless you, sir. God bless you. Always appreciate for stopping by. Marlon, shouting your name. Yes, Marlon, God bless you, sir. God bless you. And Mark, thank you so much for coming. I really, really, you wouldn't understand. I really appreciate you all coming by. Before you leave, you know what you need to do. You need to leave your affirmation before you go. Don't go. I have 9 person in the building, and even those who are on the outside looking in. Make sure you leave your affirmation before you leave. Sister Iris is saying, God bless you too. Thank you so much, Sister Iris. I need it. This morning, before you leave, make sure you put one affirmation in there. I would have sent several. This morning, I am strong. I am blessed. I am committed this morning. I am peace. I am favored. I am beautiful. I am calm. I am motivated. And today, you know the one I'm going to leave you with. I'm gonna live my best life today. Stop stress yourself. Stop stress yourself. Slow down. Let God lead the way. I want you to use that as your hashtag. Slow down. Let God lead the way. I'm sending some virtual hugs for you too, Sister Hilda. Thank you so much. Natasha saying, I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm strong. I am thankful. Sister Shine says, I am blessed. I am favored. I'm healthy. I'm prosperous. And I believe. Oh my God, I love that. Sister Arlene said, I'm trusting and I'm waiting on the Lord. His promises are true. Isn't that a beautiful way to end this morning? God's promises are true. He is faithful to us. So let's continue to trust Him. Slow down and let God lead the way. Wait and don't get ahead of God. God bless you all. See you tomorrow, God's willing. I love you. Bye, everybody. Brother Martin, I am blessed. I am favored. Amen. 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 God bless you.